Some technical issues here, and oh, hi everybody. We only a day and no channel, and I hope this will work on with some issues with the internet connection, but I hope this will stay stable until we are finished. I have Florian Huber sitting next to me. He will tell us a bit about where marketing is learned from Happy Holiday. And as we have a sample and only one speaker, I brought some other stuff with me, and as Google Hangouts, I have a new feature, and I want to make a little promotion for the Wonder Friday playlist, and if you press this button, you feature from may not. I see nothing that I can share with you on the Skype channel. It's created by Houston, and he's also and if you just there, then we can listen together to some Friday afternoon music. So, and I also have another item here. I think I will have to elaborate. It's a small real-time poll, and I know that a lot of you, you guys watching the Wundertalks together, and I don't know how many are really in front of the screen. Maybe it's better now. I switched. Is it better? Okay. So I take this mic and place it. No, you are using my screen. You're
using your screen. Yeah.
All right. So then let's figure out.
Probably you just repeat what you said about the poll.
The poll. The poll. Oh, sorry for the issues. So I just posted a poll in the Skype channel, in the Wundertalks Skype channel. So just write something there, and if it works, I don't know if it works, then we might have some numbers at the end of the talk. All right. So let's try if we can do some screen sharing here. This looks pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this would be the sound drop page. I made some announcements about it, and yeah, here's the presentation. So let's try this. Let's check on this screen next to me. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Great.
So Florian, it's your time.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I hope you have a nice Friday. And my spies in the Helsinki office have told me that you have the nice habit of having a good cold company with you while listening to the Wundertalks. So I hope you have yourself comfortable for the next 10 kind of minutes. So my talk today is Where is Marketing? Lessons learned from Happy Holiday. What this is actually about, Happy Holiday has been a sales campaign that we have been running here in May, June, and parts of July. So let me just give you a quick project summary of what it is actually about that this project was. So Happy Holiday was an internal project, and it was actually a sales campaign that was initially triggered by Steve Parks, who also took over the role of our board sponsor, and I was in charge as a project manager, project coordinator for Happy Holiday. We had an excellent and really great team, which I would just like to highlight at the moment. For a second, it's first of all, we have Christian Andre from our Helsinki office. He took over actually the tech lead. Then to actually put our words into better shape and also bring up some suggestions on marketing, wording, and styling, we had Alex Lemon on board, and the great result that you have seen on Wundertalks.com, so regarding our front-end specialist here, we had Sanita Lokomele, I hope I pronounced it correctly, from our Latvian team. So now you might question yourself, what is this Happy Holiday? So did you guys went on vacation, and that was the reason where Florian got his really long hair in comparison to his picture here on our... Okay, Marcus, now you kind of screwed it a little bit. So no, we didn't go on vacation. Happy Holiday was actually a sales campaign in which we wanted to promote our Drupal audits. There were mainly 3 audits that we wanted to offer. They were a general Drupal health check, a security audit, and a performance audit. And the base intention was to get in contact with customers, with potential leads, by offering them rather, I would say, low, expensive, non-expensive service to get actually a foot into the door and make a connection with the customers. The other intention was also to develop services that we can reuse throughout the whole group. That was also one of the goals, and that is still something that we are working on. So that is actually what our website looked like for a time, which you could reach on wundercrowd.com/happy-holiday. Some of you might have experienced the nice images that were provided by our dear, I think it was Mathis, if I'm not wrong. But I'm still getting mixed up with this 150 people in our group, so excuse this. But that's actually what our site looked like for a time. As for the timeline, we started to set up the team in the end of May, and the campaign was actually intended to start in June. So we started, I think, on the 4th or 5th of June to really announce it publicly. And in the meantime, so all the way along, we worked on the concept, on templates, on material. Christian was really excellent in getting all the knowledge that we have in the group about any audits. So he was really kind of one central person regarding the actual content, where in parallel, especially Alex and Sanita were working on how we appear to the outside. In the end of June, we decided to extend the campaign a little bit until the July 18th, and that is when I actually finished the campaign. And what I would like now to focus in this talk is what we have learned out of this sales campaign, out of this marketing campaign, out of this internal project, which actually has different characteristics than normal projects. So let's just start with the things that, in our opinion, what you should do, what you should consider when going for an internal project. So first of all, what was really helpful is that we have informed all the major stakeholders, namely the managing directors and our sales reps up front, that there will be a marketing campaign, that there will be material that they can deliver to their clients, where they can make contacts with potential leads. It was also really helpful that we had a sponsor on board, because in particular with internal projects, you might experience a lot of prioritization conflicts, and if you have, I would say, a stronger voice on board, which goes well along with the good intention and the good goal of your project, that's just really helpful. In my particular case, it was in particular important to have, I would say, an insider who could guide me, because I was fairly new to Wunderkraut at this time. That is also why for me personally, I found it a really excellent activity and a perfect measure for new employees. Actually, just one word about me. I have been with Wunderkraut as a freelancer, but actually have been embraced by the family, by Wunderkraut, just in May. So I was mainly working with people here in Germany and having not used much the whole group. And that is, in my opinion, one of the really nice things and USPs of Wunderkraut, to have this, to have 9 countries included, to have more than 150 people, brilliant minds, great people to work with, and to have an internal project which spans across borders. That's just ideal to really get into the way of being Wunderweised, as I call it. So if you onboard new people, really consider assigning them to an internal project to get them in touch with others. What's also really important is, I've already mentioned that you might have to fiddle around with prioritization, internal project versus customer projects, client projects. Normally, internal projects lose, of course, because we don't make much money here, at least not on a short term. So that is why it's always really important to plan well ahead. In particular, regarding service designers, we had some issues because honestly I was just a little bit late in asking for help on designs, and of course they were not able to deliver them within 1 or 2 days. So that is something that you should consider, that certain activities might require more time and you should really plan them ahead. Besides that, we were always working in a more like pull mode. So we did a step-by-step approach and conducted only the next activities based on what's required next, which was also really beneficial for this project. A general rule of thumb that I also find really satisfying for the team and also good in order to sell the project to stakeholders is if the result of your project doesn't only exist within its time frame, but actually exceeds the lifespan of the project. And we had the opportunity to have a project like this. We will now continue working on our deliverables. We will continue working on the audits. There are already audits ongoing. There's one security audit, for example, in Latvia, which was a result of this campaign. And Janis Bebriptis and Ernest Gabans are taking care of this. And we will produce more templates and procedural instructions how you can also copy these audits and offer them to your clients in your countries. And last but not least, what I found really satisfying as a whole was, and which is also I think a good point of motivation for the team, is always keep a high velocity and cut the tasks in pieces, in chunks where you can produce quick results. Especially if people are only able to work 1 or 2 hours, probably per day maximum on a task, it's really important, in my opinion, that you achieve to produce results that you can show around, that you can be proud of within these 1 or 2 hours. So really slice down the cake into small pieces that you can swallow and digest. All right, so that were actually the main 6 points that we found really beneficial and which we will consider in further projects. So what have we missed? As I assume, and that's a little bit hard to ask around here with an audience that I'm not seeing, if I raise the question now, who has actually learned about Happy Holiday before my talk, I'd assume that maximum probably 1/3 of you might have heard about it. I'm happy if it's more, but I'm afraid that not. And the reason for that is we really hit a kind of wall when it came to marketing. So we had everything in place, we had good results, good content, but people were just not aware of. And this is an internal issue, but also in particular an external issue. And the main reason for this is that we missed, I would say, something like Wunderkraut marketing. we already have some channels that we could have used or that we also used, like our Twitter and Facebook pages, where we have posted tweets, but they were like only small blinks, small flashes, and I was also not sure actually who are the people listening to our tweets. Are there actually customers behind that? As our tweets are usually, or our Twitter account in particular, is usually quite quiet. I don't think that there was so much respond here. I have to do some analytics on this, but that's just something that we have encountered. We have definitely to fix our marketing channels. What would also have helped if we had, I would say, a continuous newsletter within the group. So a newsletter, probably on a monthly base, that targets our clients, our customers, partners, on a business level as well on a technical level, probably more towards the decision makers. But if we had these kind of newsletters, we could have easily integrated a promotion for our ongoing sales campaign. And that's just something that we don't have so far. And last but not least, I got very great input and feedback, especially from Bert Bolland and Roel from Belgium, to work more with analytics, but due to some time constraint, I just haven't set it up properly. So that's also something that we should consider, to have these tools at hand and to make them implementable very quickly. My conclusion of this whole project is, beside that it was really much fun and it was just brilliant working with the people involved, is that we need to do that we need to conduct some actions. First of all, we came to the conclusion, and with we, I mean the whole team, Christian, Andre, and Steve Parks in particular. Also the others have mentioned some feedback before. So we need to take some actions, and first of all, I think we should target the gaps that we have. So we need a driver behind our social channels, behind our marketing. We thought about someone like Florian Loretan and Marcus are doing it for our Wundertalks. We probably might need someone for our social channels. Whoever would like to step forward, just raise your hand. You know, we have this duocracy, and please feel free to do the first step. We will kind of scope the first measures that we see, and probably we will take over this role, but I'm really happy to work with someone else together on this. As for everyone else, even if you don't want to have the head of the head, I think, and I'm pretty sure that amongst 150 people, there are brilliant ideas how we can make proper use and better use of our Twitter account, how we can probably also use Facebook, and what a newsletter could look like. And probably you have already experience with newsletters that you have subscribed to from our competitors, from relevant clients, partners. So you might also already have some ideas on the newsletter, and please feel free, and I'm happy to get spammed by your email, to get my inbox blasted by fantastic ideas. So my email is florian.huber@wunderkraut.com. Just forward your ideas here, and then we will try to mesh them into a plan and start working on creating proper channels, because they will then be the base for any future activities that we have. They will be the base and the platform where other marketing campaigns can be easily integrated to. And I think that we definitely need something like this, and it will just benefit every one of us. My last thanks goes again to the team. It was really a pleasure to working with you. It was also a pleasure actually to becoming part of the Wunder family completely, and I really got sucked in and stoked by this experience. And for everyone who has until now, I would say only in quotation marks, worked with people from your office, try to reach out and really make use of this big and great network that we have here. It's just fun working in this kind of environment. And with this, I would like to hand over to Marcus.
Thanks, Florian. Let's stop. Okay, so while I'm looking for the right window to switch off the screen sharing, yes, here we are. Yes, thank you very much, Florian. I really liked what you did there. Let's move the camera a little bit because you're half cut through otherwise. So we got some responses for the survey. So I'm looking for the right window at the moment. It's always the last one. No, I think we accidentally closed it. So let me go back to my account here. So
Squeeze out again.
Yes. Florian has to leave. I share my screen for another second. So what do we get here? Okay, we got 4 participants. I hope we have in real some more people, and we will try to improve that to get some numbers. And then I see you all in the next week, hopefully with not too many people on vacation and back again. And I have no idea what the topics will be, but stay tuned. We keep you informed, and have a nice weekend. Hopefully as sunny as we have here in Munich. And have a good weekend and take care. Bye bye.